Okay, guys, I wanted to do a quick market review recap on NASDAQ this London session, which has just been. So looking at NASDAQ from the 15-minute, you can see here we've had a sweep of liquidity of the Asia session high. So that was swept, and you can see our reversal point happened at 2 p.m. So what I then do is drop down to lower time frame, and we look for an entry from there. So you can see even on the lower time frame, we've had that push up. We are then waiting to get in for a sell on this. The reason being is we've taken out a buy side liquidity, so price, retrospectively speaking, would have no reason to keep going up after it has taken out what it needs to take out. So then looking at this, you can see it's had its first change of character at about 2 o'clock. So you've had the 2:02. I was away from the computer at this time, so I actually didn't get into this trade till late in the piece and actually got stopped out in profit, which I'll show you in a minute. But you can see here the first change of character happened at 2 p.m. Now, for me, that would have been just a little bit too early, because sometimes what we can find with NASDAQ or any pair that has had that sweep, you will see sometimes price will continue back up, re-sweep into that area and then drop, and vice versa for the sell side liquidity as well. So it's obviously had that shock there at 2. I would have then been interested in this second breaker structure here, because that would have then said to me, okay, it's respecting these bearish fair value gaps and price is continuing to push down. And you can see multiple times here on the 1 minute, it has rejected this area. So we know that's a strong fair value gap. It's a real strong resistance level there. So I would have been looking at entering in this second breaker structure area, which would have been an entry right here. You can see there's a fair value gap. Price ticked into it. So we'll just mark it up so you can see. Short position tool, fair value gap here. Right. We'll drag him over because it's here. And your stop swing high, which is here, right? And then I'm just targeting 2R on my position. So if we drop him down, 2R happened, oh, there. Okay, and we will drag this across, and you can see you would have hit your profit at 3:45, so within the silver bullet window still. So you can see here, I got in late. So I got in here, which, obviously I missed this entry, which would have been ideal. It had its third breaker structure here, which obviously it was running out of momentum. After a while, so I got in here, as you can see, I moved my stop loss into profit and it took me out here. Which would have been up here. So it took me out in a little bit of profit, which was fine. Because as you can see, it did end up reversing. So I would have been stopped out on that trade just because my entry was here. My stop loss was around this area and it would have definitely stopped me out. So I'm glad I got out in profit on that trade. So yeah, so that's literally that in the nutshell. You can see that trade was just a beautiful setup. It just sank. I mean, if you were brave and you got in even earlier, 2 o'clock, you could have really, got a higher risk to reward. But yeah, that's today's session, and I'll be back tomorrow and see what tomorrow brings.